Open TikTok and you'll see. Open Instagram and you'll see. Watch the news and you'll see.
Marriage, sexuality, and relationships are on the steady decline.
It seems like every mainstream news outlet and every social media outlet is painting this picture of a hopeless dating situation. We're being told that no one is dating, that finding a partner is impossible. Men are being told that there are no good women left, while women are being told that there are no good men left. And this narrative is pushed on all fronts all the time and to everyone watching this content. It's like the algorithm is deliberately pushing it. But then, you go outside, you touch grass, you meet some people in real life and you realize something strange. You realize that most men and women you met in real life are actually normal people with normal attitudes and expectations towards dating. They have good morals, they're doing something with their life, and would actually be good potential partners. Maybe not perfect, but good enough to find a mate. And most of them are actually quite satisfied with their dating life. Yes, you meet some bad apples here and there, but they're the exception and not the rule. So, if the majority of both men and women are actually good people and would be good potential partners now or in the future, then why are more and more people actively choosing not to date? We have to dig deeper to find the answers. The first reason is that women's standards have gone up, which is a normal thing. Throughout time, women's standards have always been relatively high, due to evolutionary reasons. And now with the introduction of social media and dating apps, those standards have risen up. But for everyone blaming women, ask yourself this. If you got the same amount of attention as women get online, wouldn't your dating standards go up as well? Think about it. We all know that our preferences would go up. Now, we have established that the higher dating standards are a reason why people date less. But in the meantime, this objective fact is being exaggerated online by some content creators. Men are being told that if they're not a millionaire by 25, 7 feet tall with a perfect jawline, they have no chance of attracting a partner. The same way women are told that they need to have the perfect body and the perfect facial features. So consider the following. These content creators, favored by the algorithm, are taking an objective fact and magnifying it out of proportion so it isn't real anymore. And this way, they are discouraging more and more people from dating. The algorithm is deliberately pushing content that will discourage you from dating. And this is one of the ways that the algorithm is manipulating us. If you're interested to understand how looks maxing is used for manipulation, you can watch the video on my channel. The second reason why people date less is age. Different research papers are telling us that men in their 20s are dating the least, and this is presented as something unheard of and unprecedented. Initially, this may sound true, but when we look back in time, we can see that dating for men in their 20s has never been easy. The brutal reality is that men are being valued for their ability to protect and provide, and therefore it takes time for a man to establish himself and to become a viable partner that can look after a family, as I have explained in my male timeline video. So, an age gap of 5, 10, or even 15 years is something quite common, and women have always preferred older and more experienced men who usually happen to be over the age of 25. In conclusion, men in their early 20s not dating as much is actually something normal. It's just that it's being presented to us as something extraordinary to suit their narrative. The third reason why people date less are dating apps and social media. Initially, they may seem like a convenience, but in reality, what they do is that they create an invisible wall between men and women. Women get endless attention online from all kinds of guys, which makes them super picky, which in turn makes it almost impossible for a guy to stand out on a dating app. A Tinder statistics show that women on average like about 5% of guys on the apps. So this effect creates this great divide between men and women, which is simply non-existent in real life. It's quite common for women to completely ignore a guy online only to meet the same guy in person and to find him super attractive. So, dating apps and social media create this great isolation between men and women, which further discourages more and more people from dating. The fourth reason is the social conditioning due to the narrative that we're being taught. When we are constantly being told that men are bad, that women are bad, that dating is impossible, that finding a partner is impossible, many people get discouraged. Ask yourself this: how many people you know that have given up on dating have done it not because of a bad experience in real life with a real partner, but because of a story they heard online, or because their favorite TikToker told them that all men are evil or that all women will cheat on them? You have to understand that social media is an incredibly powerful tool for manipulation. Social media actively pushes the voices it wants you to hear, that are the ones saying men are bad, women are bad, dating is bad, and in the meantime social media actively silences the voices it doesn't want you to hear. In fact, many of the opinions we have are actually the opinions that the algorithms have pushed on us. As a result, a growing percentage of Gen Z people are actively choosing not to date because they're buying the narrative that they're being sold online. Look, I get it. Dating has never been an easy task. Men used to literally go to wars and fight other tribes just so they could date, only a few hundred years ago. And in 2026, there are certain social media corporations and their algorithms that benefit from this great division between men and women, and that benefit from people dating less. And yes, there are real factors that cause people to date less, but the situation isn't as nearly as bad and hopeless as what we're being told online. Go outside, get in nature, and soon you realize that most of what you hear online is simply nonsense. Let me hear your opinions in the comments, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and follow me on Instagram. See you next time.